Welcome back to the fundamentals.
Showed up.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. So get used to seeing me again. Had
Allegedly, bro. Allegedly.
last show I had to work early in the morning, so couldn't make it. But I'm back now.
Luke's still in Canada.
Hey, shout out the Toronto Blue Jays hat. I had to wear it because of our fellow Canadian. Gotta support, you know.
You a Blue Jays fan, judging by the shirt?
You know, the Blue Jays, not a lot of good things going on over there. They missed out on Ohtani, and then it's just been downhill. Bo Bichette is.
Guys, the only reason I'm wearing
Country, anyways.
the only reason I'm wearing the Blue Jays hat is because I'm going to Toronto this year.
I feel bad.
Thanks.
All right, let's get into the first segment, the first ever edition of
Elis ERAs.
with a beautiful logo that I created. I don't remember when, but you guys can see it. Luke can't. Luke's never seen it. It's a surprise for Luke.
It's a surprise. Oh, I can't wait for it.
All right.
Well,
what
if you guys don't know, this is going to be a strictly baseball segment. It's my favorite sport, so kind of easy to pick up on. Well, today I want to start it by talking about the Arizona Diamondbacks starter last night. What an outing from the guy. Through no innings pitched, recorded 6 hits, 8 earned runs. There's just not something you see in the MLB. Like, gave up 8 runs before he even recorded an out.
It's impressive.
It is. It's very much impressive.
That's some like AA type stats.
That's like single A, double A, minor leagues. You don't see that in the MLB.
Yeah, that's the first ever, right?
Not sure who the Diamondbacks AAA squad is, but he'll probably be back there by next week.
Well, another thing that I want to highlight, the Dodgers took on the Yankees last night, and the Dodgers took an 18-2 victory. That's like nearly a football score, if you would. Or
18-2.
It's 18-2. Aaron Judge was the sole offense for the Yankees, had 2 home runs. But the Dodgers ended up finishing the game with Kike Hernandez on the mound.
Good day.
That's how they finished. And going over to the Tigers side of things, Tarek Skubal, I'm a huge Tigers fan. Don't get the Blue Jays hat mixed up. Go Tigers.
Dude, we all had an opportunity. They're playing right now as we're recording. Luke's got his shirt on. I got my new postseason shirt on, and you're wearing a Blue Jays hat.
Well, I had to go with the fit, you know. I came from a baseball game, Mason.
Were you playing for Toronto?
No. I was actually playing in a men's league, and it was for the Washington Nationals. We had their Cherry Blossom City Connect jerseys.
Oh, you guys play as like MLB teams?
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
But anyways, Tarek Skubal, complete game shutout, 13 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed, and then he goes into yesterday's start, threw another 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed. However, the Tigers didn't have run support, and the Tigers lost that one.
Can't win them all.
You can't win them all, but
5-game win streak going into that one.
you get your pitcher, you know, coming. You get Tarek Skubal, and he's obviously not getting the Paul Skeens treatment, as everybody's been saying that Tarek Skubal needed to get traded from Detroit because Detroit wasn't going to be where they are right now, and they are just completely wrong because the Tigers are one of the best teams in baseball.
Some people have bad opinions.
And so, yeah, that's what I got for Elis ERAs.
There's a reason why the GOAT is on the logo, because we're talking about Scoob today.
Elis ERAs, Elis ERAs. It's going to go back and forth. I said that was it, but honorable mention, Javi Baez getting ejected for arguing a call with an umpire ideally, if Javi Baez is arguing with you as a home plate umpire on a ball that you called a strike 3, you almost got to feel like the umpire knows he's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there was some questionable calls that whole series, but I don't think I saw the John Boy clip of what Javi said, but that was just kind of unneeded.
I think Benetti kind of was talking about it in the broadcast afterwards, but it was like poetry because Javi Baez was at third in the next game, and guess who was the third
Yeah, I
base
saw
umpire
that.
the same
Yeah.
game? So
And one more, I want to highlight one of my favorite players in all of baseball. So glad he's back. Ronald Acuna Jr. First pitch he saw back in the MLB, hits a home run, and then the very next game hits another home run, and then the MLB decides that they want to, drug test him and give him the PED test, which just shows how the MLB operates anymore. MLB needs a salary cap. It's getting out of hand.
Luke likes the no salary cap.
Why do you like the no
why
salary
is
cap?
you just throwing me? Look at this guy just throwing me under the bus.
Luke, I gotta ask, why
But-
why do you like the salary cap or no salary cap in the MLB?
Because Dodger blue. I love the Dodgers. Clearly,
Tell the truth, Luke.
The truth's coming out. I actually love what Steve Cohen did in giving Juan Soto $1 billion,
That's not.
and especially when they only gave him 10 more million than the Yankees, and now he's a below average hitter. So I mean, it's great for the game,
I think Luke
especially when
knows
you got
his
teams
role.
like.
I
got the
You got
Pinocchio
teams like
treatment.
the Sacramento A's who don't even spend $10 million, and the Marlins who don't even have a payroll larger than Mookie Betts' contract. I mean, it's great. Great parody.
we can highlight the Javi Baez contract. At least he's coming along this year.
Well, the A's got a movie out of it, so they kind of did get some money.
Yeah, I guess if that's what you wanna, if that makes it all worth it.
I do want
And-
to make one point. The MLB with the way we're going off of what Javi Baez, going off of that whole segment. I feel like the MLB does need to implement the ABS system to the MLB and not just have it in spring training.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna do that.
I get not for this year, but next year, because they wanted to see how it was going to work out in spring training, and next year I think they implement it. I was having actually an argument earlier today. My friends are in favor of having robot umps as in the MLB, and I kind of just told them that that'd be stupid because how is a robot ump going to be able to make a play if there's a play at the plate? How is a robot ump going to be able to make that call?
I think it's good to challenge balls and strikes, but I think there has to be a human behind the plate to make the original call.
Yeah, and I think what it's going to do is the ABS system is going to, I feel like it will eliminate ejections because that's where you see most ejections are from balls and strikes or bad calls, and
Yeah.
you get someone trying to fight that, and I just think that's going to, it'll help the sport of baseball, and I think it'll help the players as well because they'll be able to actually have a say whether the umpire was wrong or not.
I think that's smart.
It would just ruin I feel like the tradition of baseball, just having the human umpires, if there was just nobody behind the plate, it wouldn't feel like the same game. But I think challenges they need to happen, especially if Javi Baez thinks it's a ball, then it's a problem.
I mean,
all I
he
got.
at least didn't swing at it, so,
Yeah, there was a call
But-
to be made.
but
I think the ump was just assuming that Javi's gonna Javi and he's gonna swing, and then he didn't, and then the ump didn't know what to do, so he just gave him a strike anyways.
yeah.
I think he was trying to feed into having Javi swing at everything.
Now you guys know that I'm the biggest Javier Baez fan there is. And,
yeah.
And
We've
I
heard.
I stood straight behind Javi that whole entire time. Stood right behind Javi. I was like, Javi, you have a point to make. And then he gets tossed. And what I love about this Tigers team is it's not every person. You see AJ Hinch coming out of the dugout, and it seems like the Tigers this year are really emphasizing that team aspect.
Oh yeah, they're all together.
They're all together. They're all one, and there's never. Yeah, you might get a Tarek Skubal complete game shutout, but on the other side, defense comes into play, and you just got to trust that your starting pitcher's going to go out there, throw strikes, and that you have a good defense behind you to make those plays.
Yeah, I think they got that. I think there's more success coming than what there is right now. I think that's the truth. I think Luke's gonna eat his words. He already has. That last year was a fluke.
I'm just saying the playoffs haven't I'm excited for what the Tigers have done, but I just think that without a real star hitter, I mean, I love Riley Green, he's my favorite player, but he has a 50 WRC plus against lefties. He can't hit lefties, but I just wish we would have gotten Bregman or somebody to really have a veteran
Never
presence.
enough for this
But
guy.
maybe we'll see. We'll see.
I'm honestly so glad that they did not get Bregman because, yeah, they're injured, but Andy Ibanez came into that third base role. We've seen Javi at third base, and we've seen Javi in center field, and that's just one of those aspects. We saw the Red Sox had a whole thing come out about Rafael Devers when Bregman signed with them that Rafi was not going to give up that third base position, and then they asked him to go be a DH, or they asked him to go play outfielder, first base, and he straight up told them that they asked him to DH at the beginning of the year, so that's what they want. Why can't they go find someone else? And that's just not the attitude that you see with all these other teams. And part of the reason is why I think that the salary cap's so important is because it allows, teams not to be able to go out. Like the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Mets that have the 3 highest payrolls in all of baseball. And then there's the Tigers. Yeah, they've paid Javi Baez $160 or $180 million. They've paid some of these guys, but they're towards the bottom of the league in salaries.
Yeah.
And you think about how young talent that they have. You got Parker Meadows that's going to be coming back from injury. He's on a stint right now in the minor leagues.
Max Clark.
Max
right
Clark.
next door.
Whitecaps, baby.
Like 25 minutes away from here. I haven't seen him yet. Have you?
I've saw him quite a few times.
I haven't been to a Whitecaps game yet this year.
I haven't seen him this year, but I saw him a lot last year. I went to a lot of games last year. I've had buddies that work for the Whitecaps that have personally met him and had conversations with him. Really chill guy, really humble, really just down to earth. You think about where these guys are. He's the same age as you and me, but he's up making money playing baseball.
Well, that makes me feel bad.
Well,
We're sitting here on the couch and he's out there hitting bombs.
Mason, I'm sorry, bro. You're unk now. I guess that's what made you feel like.
Weren't we just talking about you making me try out for the basketball team?
yeah, shout out Central posting on Twitter.
CMU needs a big.
Luke,
and
give me a
there's
view
no one more
counter. If we
qualified
get
than
a
Mason
certain
Crane.
amount of views, I'll try out to be the CMU big. I won't make the team, but I'll try out if we get whatever number.
You have to try.
Whatever number you guys decide.
What are we thinking here, Luke?
For view count?
view
Yeah,
count.
we need this many views on this video.
I think if we get over 100 views, you gotta do it.
Okay.
Should we give him 100 or 125?
150. We've gotten like 40.
Well,
every
Mason,
video.
you
We're
gotta-
starting pretty slow.
You gotta be reasonable here now. Come on.
I don't want to do it.
You gotta-
That's being reasonable.
Well, let's meet in the middle. Let's do 125.
125.
If
We'll do
this video
125.
gets 125 views, I will try out and get cut.
Luke and I will be posting that to our Instagram stories.
I will be view botting, by the way.
Yeah, I will be view botting. I'll just go and watch it about 200 times.
We will not count that then. So
No,
sorry.
but legit 125.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Yeah. And remind you, Mason's only 6'2", and
I'm not a big. I played stretch 4 at my high school. I graduated with under 100 kids. I was the second tallest on the team. Our center was like 2 inches shorter than me, but he could jump over the hoop. So that kind of puts perspective as I am not a big man. I will not make this team. I don't even want to embarrass myself.
All right, guys. Anyways, we got to get back to baseball. I will give Eli credit. Javi Baez is finally kind of performing to his contract level. So
I
I'll give him
suppose.
that.
well, he's in kind of a slump right now. He did go from hitting 300, now he's down to around 275, if you will, but that happens in baseball. We saw Riley Green earlier this year go 1 for 31 with 17 strikeouts earlier in the season, and he had a big breakout. Torkelson's been in a little bit of a slump lately. It's just a thing that happens in baseball. You go through slumps, you come back out. The only question I'm going to ask you guys is, will the Tigers keep it up after the All-Star break? We've seen them in previous years where they haven't done as well as what they should have, or haven't done as well as they thought in the first half of the season, and then they get to the All-Star break, and then they just become a brand new team of baseball. Does that change? Do they go from being the really hot team they are to falling off a little bit in the second half of the season? Or do they keep it up and finish at the top of the league in the MLB this year?
I'm going to say they don't fall off, but I don't think they're the top team in baseball. I think they're really good and they can go on stretches, but I think they'll kind of like middle out of like playoff teams. Like they're gonna make the playoffs. I just don't know if they're gonna be the top team in the American League. But I don't think that they get to the All-Star break and just plummet. Like I don't think we do an opposite of last year.
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree with you on that. I really think it's going to depend on how well they can do in their division. Because right now the AL Central, if the season were to end today, would have 4 playoff baseball teams.
Yeah, it's the best division in baseball, that's for sure.
And they just came off of a series where, a couple series ago, they played Cleveland, and they just struggled to beat them. They went 1-3 in that series.
That was a rough.
And you got Minnesota that's coming up, and they're doing well. Cleveland's doing well. Kansas City's doing well. Who the Tigers are actually playing right now.
Their own.
Chicago's just Chicago.
Which is ironic because it's the only major market city in this entire division, and they're the team that sucks.
Well, it's because the White Sox, the Bulls owner is the same as the White Sox.
Yeah,
and I
they
know
suck
that man
too.
very well.
Yeah, and the Bulls suck too.
He is very cheap, and he won't, salary cap. He doesn't care. He won't pay anybody, and that's why we traded Zach LaVine and all them. But that doesn't matter because I don't care about the White Sox because they're garbage.
I think he cares about the Bulls, though.
I'm more of a Chicago Cubs fan than a White Sox fan.
I hate them both. I hate the whole city of Chicago.
Well, Blackhawk. I really only like the Cubs in Chicago. The Bears are terrible. Hate the Bears.
Luke, you got anything quick to wrap this one up? We got to get on to me complaining.
I just say, I love that the Tigers are back, and I just love that Tarek Skubal and Riley Green will hopefully be all-stars again.
Oh, yeah.
And when the injured players come back, Trey Sweeney, your time has come. It's time to say goodbye.
We'll let him know personally from Luke Shaft that Trey Sweeney is going to be in Toledo.
I'm actually going to see Toledo later this year.
Oh.
I'm very excited for that.
Well, that's even worse than going to Toronto.
I might be going to when I go to the Morgan Wallen concert. I think coming back we're gonna hit up a Mud Hens game. So
Morgan Wallen mixed with Toledo.
You can see Kyler, Eli.
Yeah, don't get me going on that.
Did he go to Toledo?
He transferred to Toledo.
I didn't know he went to Toledo.
Yeah, he transferred to Toledo.
Oh.
Well, that's gonna wrap up our baseball segment and Eli's ERAs and Eli's ERAs, whatever you want to call it.
ERAs for this episode.
ERAs for this episode, maybe ERAs for the next episode. That'll wrap that up. And stay tuned because almost every week there's going to be, anytime we do a podcast, there's going to be a baseball segment.
There's baseball in the air, all around us. I'm going to rant now. It's time for Crane's Corner. I'm going to have to make this one quick because we got to get to the BILK coming up next from Luke Shaft. I'm excited about that. But for now, my rant of the episode is college football in general. It's my favorite sport. No, it's not. Sorry. College basketball is my favorite sport. College football is...
Yeah, you almost betrayed your
I'm sorry.
Almost went against your March Madness takes, Tennessee.
Yeah, I almost... But I remembered. But college football, well, and college basketball, kind of the same point, because it's conference realignment. It's ruining the sport. Money is ruining the sport. It's pay to win now. These bottom feeder schools, like anybody in the Mid-American Conference, you get a good player, you ship them up. It's like single A. It's like all the minor leagues. You get a good player, they're playing in the big leagues. There's no point of having us. You might as well just put us in the FCS. Let's compete with North Dakota State. It's just, and the conference realignment. The Big Ten is the Midwest Conference, and we have Oregon playing in the Midwest Conference, USC, Washington, and UCLA, all in a Midwest Conference. That's not even the worst part.
What's the worst part?
The Atlantic Coastal Conference has teams that's campus is on the Pacific Coast. How does that even make sense?
Well, when the Pacific Coast gets abolished, you got to send them somewhere.
Yeah, but why there?
Well, where do you want to
The
send
Mountain
them?
West.
There's no other. The Mountain West isn't Power 5. You're not gonna put
Demote
Oregon
them.
in the
They are
Mountain
now.
West.
Everybody that was in there is going to a Power 5 conference now.
So was your solution to put all the Pac-12 teams in the Mountain West?
My
Is that what
solution
you
was
would've
just
wanted?
to have a better commissioner for the Pac-12 that doesn't just sink the entire conference in a couple of years.
No, I will say I'm gonna miss the Pac-12 after dark games. Those were like my childhood.
Yeah, I agree, but we have them on Big Ten Network
The
now.
Big Ten Network's got
It's
games
just
kicking off.
stupid.
Can we get a shout out to Central Michigan kicking off their season at 10:30
Yeah,
p.m.?
I mean, it's what we gotta do. We gotta go play somewhere, but it's just, and like UMass is playing in the Mid-American Conference. Nothing gets more Mid-American than Massachusetts, where the Pilgrims settled. Just put them in the Mid-American Conference.
Hey, Mason, it's better than California in the Big Ten. It's closer, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but like, who put Stanford in the ACC? That doesn't make any sense. The only one I agree with is the Big 12 getting back Colorado and like Arizona and Arizona State. That makes sense.
You brought up all these other divisions. Why not the SEC?
Because the SEC makes sense as well. The SEC's done it right. Except the SEC's pissing me off too now because they're making field storming like so like against the law because it happened to Alabama twice in 1 year.
I mean, it's just like Ohio State making flag planting illegal because
Yeah, it's just petty. Like what? Let Vanderbilt run onto their feet. They walked downstairs. Not a single one of those studious students got hurt. Like, why are you fining them for walking downstairs?
They are very studious at Vanderbilt. I'll give you that.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out Vanderbilt. Little nerd. Shout out Vanderbilt baseball, number one in college right now, and I'm pretty sure they
I
have
don't know
to.
if you want to say that to the guy with the Vols banner.
I'm pretty sure Vandy.
Did they lose last night?
Yeah, so they're one loss away.
I'm just trying to get this video done, but I wanted to update everybody that Vanderbilt's already out. The Vols are going to the Supers, and Vanderbilt's already out. I'm just trying to make the video. And it's already old news because Vanderbilt sucks at everything. The Commodores can't do anything right. But yeah, they lost to Wright State, so they're already out. Thank you, Eli, for giving me a reason to brag. I'm going to let the handsome men take it back over now, though. But yeah, go Vols. Commodores suck.
Money should not be everything anymore. This is getting out of hand. And like the TV deals, the fact that I turn on a 3:30 game for the SEC and it's on the what are they on now? ESPN, ABC. And it's not CBS. You don't have the Home Depot logo on midfield when Tennessee just waxes the crap out of Bryce Young, just shits all over Alabama. The greatest day of my life.
Mason, can we keep this PG?
I'll
This is
bleep
going-
it out. I don't, man. Fuck Bama and fuck Ohio State and fuck Western. That's a lot of bleeps, but I'm getting them in this time. 'Cause now I'm pissed.
All right, Mason.
Mason, hey, let's calm down.
Anyways, here.
Got me in my
I
feels
want to
now.
go back to a point you said earlier.
Make it quick,
about
because you need
Stanford
BILK in your
being
system
the
now. What's your point with what?
Because you talked about them. It's the most stupid like ACC realignment. I think they had the most miles traveled in the history of college football. They played rivalry games and they went to go play Boston College from. You know how far of a flight that is?
Massachusetts.
Stanford
the
to Boston
Pilgrims.
College.
That's across the whole country.
Imagine going for your week 2 matchup in your conference or week 4, whenever conference play starts, and you got to go all the way across the country.
Well, it gets worse than that though, because it's not just football that they did this to. It's every sport.
Basketball, baseball.
Like, could you imagine? Like, when Michigan played UCLA and USC, they stayed in Southern California for an entire week of Christmas break, because you're not gonna fly back and forth. And then another thing is the Pac-12 had a very prestigious beach volleyball league. How the hell are you going to play beach volleyball as a Minnesota Golden Gopher? I know they got 10,000 lakes, but not many beaches. I know they don't have an ocean in Minnesota last time I checked. All right, we got to wrap up Crane's Corner. We got to get into some BILK. We will be right back.
Okay, Luke, I know you have to drink the BILK, I'm gonna drink blue milk here at Star Wars Land at freaking Disney World. If you don't like Star Wars and you don't like Disney World, come talk to me. We'll put that on Crane's Corners because this place is awesome. So I'll drink this while you drink your BILK, Luke. Maybe you shouldn't pick the Cavs. Probably not the Celtics. I don't know if they've won yet, but Jason Tatum just died. So pick better teams, Luke. Luke's lock might have to be dissolved.
Welcome back to the fundamentals, and as you can see in front of me, the punishment for my take being wrong for Luke's locks last time, because unfortunately Jason Tatum tore his Achilles, and the Pacers' dark magic continues. But
Luke, one thing before you go: who wins the NBA championship?
well, if you give me a minute, I'll tell you. But as I'm doing this, I'm gonna give you I have one of Luke's locks
So
for
happy
today.
right now.
I know you're happy, Mason. Just
Eli,
watching him pour that.
you already mentioned it. It is going to be about the NBA Finals. And my Luke's lock, I'm not going as crazy as I did last time because that was kind of crazy to have two teams come back 2-0. I don't know what I was thinking. I was a little too confident.
Yeah, I don't know.
In the matter.
I berated you in the video that I played during the break. I made a video at Disney, I didn't tell you guys yet, where I got to drink blue milk from Star Wars Land, and it's going to taste a hell of a lot better than this is.
Oh, look at that color.
That's gonna be so
I
thick.
can't
Looks like
see
a-
it.
I can't
Hold it
see
up.
it.
Looks like the
Hold it
Baja Freeze at Taco Bell. If real ones
Hold
know.
it up.
Oh, that doesn't sound that
That
bad.
doesn't
Look at
sound
this.
terrible.
Look at this beautiful concoction.
It's just blue milk.
It's blue milk.
It's going fizzy milk though. It's
But-
nasty.
Carbonated milk.
We're gonna get back to my take. So about the NBA Finals, it's the
Nah, drink
Oklahoma
it
City
first.
Thunder and
Drink
the
it.
Indiana Pacers.
Drink it.
Mason, I'd love to get my take out first, if you don't
Drink
mind.
it, bro.
If you
No, drink it.
if you wouldn't mind me to at
All right,
least,
fine. Just talk.
you know,
Go ahead,
you're
Luke.
making this a lot more difficult than it has to be.
All right, fine. Just
Mr. Crane.
yap it up so we can let you.
The Oklahoma
get
City
warm.
Thunder and the Indiana Pacers are in the NBA Finals, and my Luke's lock is that the Oklahoma City Thunder will win and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will win Finals MVP.
Why do we have to do a 50-50 one? The last one was so much easier to decide on. Nah, I'm going with the Dark Magic. Halliburton wins MVP.
You're going with the Pacers winning the Finals, so you're disagreeing.
I'm gonna agree with you, Luke. I'm gonna go the
Alright.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
So we'll
and
have
Okay.
two Bilks on the next
So,
one. Chocolate edition.
Either Mason Crane will be drinking chocolate milk or I'll be going for round two.
We gotta up the ante.
And I'll
I
be
feel
going
like
for-
chocolate milk would be even worse.
Alright, without further ado,
what if we did like orange juice and Baja
without
Blast?
further ado,
That'll be the one after. All right, let's go.
I'll give you a chance
Get more
to
in
make
there.
it-
Drink a whole glass.
I'll make you give you a chance to make a thumbnail, on some garbage, like, that's your thumbnail picture.
All right.
Here we go. This is what happens when you're wrong in Luke's Locks.
Oh,
Oh.
how's it taste?
It's not great. It's
He's
not.
throwing up though.
It's not terrible. But it's not. It's not great. I don't want to drink any more of it.
You
But
have.
I have to.
It's turning green though.
Plug your nose, bruh. Just
No,
plug your
that's
nose
cheating.
and down the
That's
hatch.
cheating. Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Yak warning. Yak warning.
Hey, green for the
fizzy?
Celtics that lost. Oh. Luke's Locks is
Mason's in heaven right now.
Luke's Locks is not brought to you by Baja Blast, unfortunately.
Wait, why did I agree with the one who's drinking the BILK right now and I didn't? No! OKC, you gotta come in clutch.
I'm gonna watch every game. Like,
Don't worry,
glued
I don't have to
now.
see Nathan Arbaugh for 2 months, so he doesn't have to gloat to me that they won. I said they wouldn't.
oh, dude, what? He's struggling.
Sounds like it needs more.
All right, last little bit. This one goes out to the Cavs and Donovan Mitchell for being garbage.
He looks so
Luke,
sad.
Luke, can I just ask, how do you feel right now?
At least I'm hydrated, I guess.
You would never be
You would
hydrated.
not be hydrated from milk and Baja Blast.
But that was an interesting experience. I never thought I'd have to drink that, and I don't ever want to do it again. So that's why the Thunder are going to win. And Mason Crane will be drinking it, but with chocolate milk, so it'll be even worse for the kid.
I'm excited for Luke to have.
Do we have a distinct chocolate milk that we have to get?
one?
Like, is there like a specific brand that we're gonna have to drink? Like, are we gonna have to go Fairlife chocolate milk?
No, just chocolate milk.
Okay. The Nesquik, the little powder that you put in the white
That
milk.
stuff's gas, but no, just whatever you can get your hands on. Which for Luke, it'll be Canadian chocolate milk.
Whatever Mason can get his hands on in over there in Wisconsin.
What a great episode.
How you feeling, Luke?
It's setting in, and my stomach doesn't like me right now.
I really hope the Pacers win, dude. I just don't want to cheer for the Thunder anymore. That's what it is.
I just don't care
I get
about
to cheer for
basketball so much
Alex
that I'm not
Caruso,
even-
my boy.
I'm
So,
not even gonna watch any of the finals. I'm just gonna pray, but I'm just watching baseball.
I probably won't watch until the elimination game. But now I'm nervous. But yeah, so that concludes this episode. Eli had a bomb segment. I got a little heated. I said some naughty words. I'm sorry, Mom. Luke drank some BILK. That was awesome. And then be on the lookout for the next episode, as it's going to be a special one, as me and Luke got invited to Banana Ball. I'm sorry you can't go. I feel bad about that. But he's going to be Morgan Wallen, whatever. We might have a golf segment where I hit it into a cornfield. Are you good at golf?
No.
Okay, good. So I won't get laughed.
I played baseball.
Yeah.
I have a baseball.
Oh,
team when I
okay,
play
then
golf.
we're good. Luke will win, I'll get second, and he'll get last. But on the next one, we're going to do Banana Ball and maybe golf. We'll decide closer to. But thank you for watching BILK, and I'm excited for Luke and Eli to drink BILK next time.
well, whatever helps you sleep at night for when you gotta drink that chocolate milk.
Halliburton got snubbed for the...
Pascal Siakam, baby.
He got snubbed in the Eastern Conference Finals, so now he's mad at his own teammate, so he's going to win.
Well, if he's mad at his
If
own
that's-
teammate, that's not good.
That's
for
not,
chemistry.
he's just, no, okay.
If that's the analogy you want to go with, that'll help you sleep, then that's fine and make you take your mind off drinking the
Pacers in 5.
You also said the Lakers in 5.
6 then.
Do we need to go back to your NBA bracket from the unsportsmanlike conduct?
Thank you all for watching. We're going to leave Luke there. Luke's probably going to go sit on a toilet for the next 24 hours because it'll settle, and it'll settle bad. All right, thank you all for watching The Fundamentals.